Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be taking a look at the reworked veteran Cena. So first things first, his trainer also got boofed. Gotta love that. His coach now, if you take him all the way up to gold, green gems do 40% more damage. That alone is actually pretty nice. 26k green gems do 30% more damage. And at 21k green gems do 25% more damage. And then also you get an extra countdown to make 2 at gold. So really nice there. Everything got reworked. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 builds. I'm going to tell you the first 2 I don't care for. The last one I do. I will show you the last one without plates and without rare trainers. Of note, this moment is on the account. The tribute to the troops, it is maxed. It does 100% more gem damage, which will be big on one particular build. The rest doesn't really matter. It does do things potentially with the 200% move damage, but to be honest, you're not really going to care. So there's that. Strap, we're using 100%er. I didn't bother putting move damage metal on. Fury 2s, you know, the kind of the standard here. First move set is the silence gems. It all got buffed. We got the FU, 6 MP blue, 468k damage, choose 7 to make into green, 5 knuckle shuffle, 5 MP. It's fitting the 5 knuckle shuffle is 5 MP. 433k damage, modify 6x6 random area into silence gems, and the proto bomb finisher, 10 MP, 532k damage, plus 225k bonus damage for every silence gem. Pin the opponent, increase your blue MP by 9, so it does recycle. But 225k per silence gem isn't gonna get it done in the 6-star gold land, but it is significantly better than it was before. Entourage for this one, I'm giving him all the silence help he can get, so Jacob's on there, even though he's kind of more rare, for 75% in the 2 blue MP. So this is a few build. Cody also gives 60% silence gems, and of course NW Hogan, so it's 2-3 matches instead of trying to do like a 5 swipe 3 kind of nonsense, and almost certainly cascade a huge portion of the time. So anyway, here we go. Let's get it loaded with and going with this one and see what we got for you. So you're going to do 2-3 matches to load it. Also, I got a feeling he's going to be used all month. I'm pretty sure he'll be the showdown person. Full disclosure, I haven't read the blog, so but I'm assuming he is. It would make a lot of sense, right? So since he's the reworked one, I'm going to go with that. And all of those guys, you can see we're doing 528k with all those trainers with the silence gem damage. Oh, we also have gear that adds move damage too, but I didn't mention that. So we're going to hit this. It's going to do like 21 million damage or something like that. 23. Yeah, 19 and a 21 pin. So obviously 21 million damage at gold. Not ideal at all. Right? So I just wanted to show it. I'm sure, you know, people will be curious. It is buffed. It is not buffed enough for this moveset, but it is nice every moveset did get buffed. And it is a 2-cycle win, so certainly will be usable on tours and stuff like that. And you could use some different trainer setups on tours with tour perks maxed and what have you. So all in all, it's not bad. It's just not something you're going to want to take into competitive things, right? Hopefully it doesn't kick out. Also, I should see if I can get the 2 times speed. That should be here now, I think. I won't worry about it right now. All right, next. The bleed set. The bleed did get buffed huge. I think a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, bleed, awesome. I want the bleed. I also don't really care for the bleed, but it is fine for tours. Technically, I think the silence build set is actually better for tours. Because it'll probably win in 2 cycles. This you need to drain, and it feels like it's a 3-cycle drain. But anyway, Hurricane Rana, 6 MP. I should order those differently with the monkey flip first, whatever, I'll screw it up. 58k damage, 7x1 area to swap into greens. The bleed is now 570k damage, 1.35 million bleed damage. And then a powerhouse, you double that down to an additional 1.35. I guess I could go against like Powerhouse Steiner, so we can see the hardcore move in effect, and that'll speed it up. And then STFU It's the choose submission that also got boofed, 600k for 5 turns. It is 8 MP. I kind of wish this had been lowered to 7, then I would probably start with the sub and move into those. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Entourage, we're going to use Apollo, and then Kyrie. I know Woods is 10% more, but less people have Woods, and Kyrie's only 10% less, so you do need Santa to be feud ready with the Reds, Apollo for 200% more bleed. That's giving us 4.59 total bleed for 4 ticks. So that's like what? I don't know, like 19 million or something like that. And then why don't we just go class advantage? It's not like you won't see a bunch of powerhouses. So competitively, this is what this would look like against a powerhouse. Definitely will help speed it up too, since it is the hardcore. So we're doing 4.59 and 4.59 for 4 turns. So this should probably feel much better than against a non-powerhouse. So then you hit this move to load the sub. So there is some danger, of course, of cascading. At least it's a 7x1, and I just make it. And then you're going to use the choose red. You want to choose at least, you know, the 2-3 matches to reload it for next turn, and then, you know, just throw some reds on there, whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't like clicking a bunch to the surprise of no one. And you can see the bleed against a powerhouse is great. But it is, I think, yeah, it is a 2-cycler. It looks like, which isn't the end of the world, but, and then the thing to know though is your next time around is a for sure pin, right? You will pin for sure the next time, so that's worth noting. So powerhouse, I think you can get down to like a 2-cycle win, which is fine, completely acceptable. And you know, maybe on a low health powerhouse, even do it in 1. So that's pretty useful and kind of cool. I think people will like that. But what really is interesting to me is only probably really interesting if you have super nice stuff, to be honest. So I'll show you like a regular build, and then I will show you the way I would like it and the way to run it, like if you can. He's still not going to be Shredder, so he's not Shredder Roman, but he is pretty dang good this way if you have really good stuff. And he is Mherex proof, so you guys know I like that. So techs continue to get better and better. 5 MP, we still got the 5 knuckles, bleh, whatever, you've seen it. So, sit out hip toss, 1 MP green, 279k damage, make 13 random silence gems into multiply gems of strength 4. And then we have the Luthez press, 6 MP, deal 659k damage, and choose a 6x6 area to swap into blue. So silence multiplies, and then we put the blues over the multiplies. Pretty straightforward, right? This is kind of exciting because first chance here for me to show you guys the new training ability. Lex here at gold, and maybe you saw my video talking about all the trainers that do this now because Scopely buffed them. Again, props to Scopely for these trainer buffs. Lex does 2 blue MP and adds +2 on the multiply. So he gets everything started without Santa. So this is a Santa list, very free to play. Actually, everything on here is free to play. Free, 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 free. Free 99. And Gunther is great. Anyway, let's run it. Enough talking. And this is where the moment, though, comes into play. 100% extra gem damage is huge on multiply gems. Gameplay loop's really simple. Chuck your random silence. Then you chuck your random multiply. And then you overwrite that area with the blue. Like so. There's a lot of different multiply trainer combinations you can use now. If you're willing to use Santa, you take off Lex, and then you put Mosh, and then you drop Chelsea, for example. There's just a lot of stuff you can do. And you can see that did like a quick 33 with no cascade risk. So, you know, I'm a big fan generally of this over the other builds, and that's without plates. So of course it's looks much better once you start using rare stuff. So I'm just gonna keep Lex on because I can. There's also like a ton of varied trainer options you can do here, right? You could use Santa and Sherry, Santa and Mosh. You know, And then you could at coach, since you have Santa, you could use so Sherry, Leo, Santa, or you could use Sherry, Santa, Howdy, right? There's a lot of different combinations. So I just went up, and this would be the next, this would be like, probably, I think the top build. I think I didn't want to use Santa because it has this account has a stupid Santa on it, right? So I didn't want to use him. Um, I know this is rare, that's why I showed the first one. But you could use combinations in between. That will be very good. Again, it's still not a Shredder, so I don't think anyone should take Cena up over Shredder, Ilya, Mercy, anything like that, right? That's just if you're going to use him this month when a scene is required, you know, that kind of thing. Improve your Ruthless Aggression. You can see Howdy gives us a bunch more multiplies. Leo makes them bigger. You already know this is going to hit significantly harder. But this is now we're in Super Whaley territory, yeah? How hard does it hit, though, without plates? Huge cascade. And, you know, 55 million. So, pretty good, but not like OP or anything ridiculous. So I think that's all fine. All well within acceptability. Again, you're not going to use him over any of the super power techs we have, but he is pretty good. Let's go back to this build set and throw some plates on. And let's do this. I'll actually show the plates I'm going to use. Kind of cool. It's a place for the damage control plate. Not a lot of great places for that. So I am a fan of that. Whenever you make 6 or more silence gems, increase all your gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. Well, we're definitely doing that. And we're also making multiply gems, so Pyro Princess Flaming Glove, let's get ourselves an extra 50%. Alright. And Entourage, we're going back to that friendlier one. Yeah. I do really enjoy this rework. I'm enjoying when Scopely reworks all of these older ones, just getting them into the realm of usability. I'm very glad they do that. That's something that for years I've said and thought should be done, and I'm super happy they are. That adds a lot to the game, in my opinion. Just makes it much better. All right, let's see what we hit for with both these plates. It was like, what, 33, I think? 31, 33 the first time around. And it added an extra 10 million, 43. Which is not terrible. You know what I mean? It's still not, like, ridiculously OP or anything like that. You're gonna get some first turn wins, not a ton. So what's it do with the Whale-tastic build? Let's see with that. And then I'll try running a couple with different combinations that I didn't make screenshots for. Just so you guys can see different combos with like... oh, I didn't change. Dang it. I didn't change, so we're still in this. With like Mosh... Mosh, Santa, Leo, and then I'll do like Sherry, Santa, Leo, and then like Howdy kind of thing, right? So you guys can see the different combos available and what they end up hitting. I was just lazy and didn't want to make 17 million graphics. Hopefully you guys understand, but I'll still show you if you're sticking around to watch it. It's gonna be a busy week. Busy week. Lots of stuff. New characters, new MLC, rework characters, 41 mil. You know? Lots of good stuff. All right. We got this. We got this. All right, let me remember to change the trainers, and then we'll do a little bit of sciencing for you guys. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. All right. Also, I know a lot of us are like Cena marks, and Cena's doing his farewell tour, so even if he's not like maybe as good as Ilya or whatever. Maybe there's just some days you want to wake up and choose Cena, right? Like, I want to wrestle with Cena. I mean, like, you know, not actually, well, I would get in the ring with Cena because that would be a lifetime memory and I'd embarrass myself. But I mean, you know what I mean? Play with them. So you can do a little marking out and they're useful. You can have some fun with them. Yeah, I'm big on that. So let's see what we hit for. I mean, that's 69 million, guys. So, well, it's not as good. It certainly will get the job done. And if you want to play some Cena, oh yeah, that was also this build. All right. So let's keep the plates on and then let's mess with the trainers a little bit. I'll turn that off now that we're messing with them. I need to get I'm still not in the habit of hitting the back button, so I do that a lot. All right, let's do this is a huge Santa, so I will probably take it off. Let's do Sherry. Actually, what if you have Howdy but not Seth? Let's do that first. And then I'll do Seth and not Howdy. So this is Howdy and no Leo. And then we changed Gunther. This should hit really hard as well. Yeah, 56 million, so obviously not quite as hard, but still within the realm of usability. And then what if you have Leo but you don't have Howdy? We'll switch Leo back in, and then we'll go with Sherry and Santa. Oh, I forgot too, actually. I forgot about Rowan. But so we need to try him too with all of the crazy stuff. All right. So this is no Howdy but Leo and Zombie Gunther. So many trainers to keep track of now. It's easy to miss. We are definitely going into overtime on this one, guys. But for those that like the experimenting, this way you get to see it, you get to compare. You're going to have some of these guys, you know what I mean? So for those of you that stick around, I like putting in the extra work. Ba-da-bum-bum. But I don't like making the graphics for everything because I'm lazy. 60 mil. We got a nice cascade though. So very similar. Howdy, Leo, very similar one way or the other, right? Let me go ahead and put Howdy back on and then switch, what's his butt out, Lex for Rowan, because Rowan is 2 blue MP and 75% multiplied gem damage. But I think we're going to miss a little bit having those +2 bigger gems, but especially on the back end because Howdy's less effective then. But maybe it's enough to make up for it. So let's find out. Now I have to find Rowan because I didn't actually try him yet. Because like I said, kind of spaced that he's blue as well. He's so good. I use him a lot. I'm surprised I spaced that because I do use him a lot on my own roster. Much harder to find on this account though. This is great video content. Will I scroll? There we go. So blue moves start with 2. Multiply gems do 75% more. What do we do? Like 69 million, I think, with this setup. With Lex, let's see which one ends up tagging it a little bit better. Of course, if it's really close, there could be some cascade variations that make a difference. So do keep that in mind. But these are going to be 7 instead of 9. But 75% instead of no percent. So we shall see what we shall see. And I haven't even started the Mosh versus Sherry experimentations, but... Oops. Let's cover the right gems. Bippity boppity boop. 59. Okay, so yeah. Lex is definitely better in this scenario. For sure. Okay. Okay. Let's do some Sherry. Sherry, Santa, and Howdy, I would think would be pretty decent. This does have a really big Santa, though, so that will skew the damage some. Did I try her? I can't remember if I did. Apparently not. I did try Mosh, though. I just don't like using the big Santa. Really, really don't. All right. Let's do it. Do it, clown. Also, do you guys like it when I kind of go off script and just decide to do this at the end? People can quit watching whenever they want. I had kind of more of my streamlined stuff, but this maybe helps you guys figure out based on what you have. Is this something you appreciate sometimes? I could imagine you wouldn't want to see it all the time, you know? Let me know in the comments, though. You can see, though, how good Lex is, though, because you can see, even though we're using Sherry, we're still kind of weaker on the gems being ×8 instead of ×9, because in 64 million, you can see, yeah, it just wasn't better. So let's try less gems, and we'll go Sherry and Leo and get a bigger multiply, because they are smaller multiplies, so there's a chance that works. But you can see just how good this updated training ability for Lex is in certain situations. And all of them, for that matter. It's going to be actually huge. Quite huge. And then let's change Howdy back to Leo. Then, of course, middle lane, he would be awesome. I'm not going to simulate that, because then you can use Sherry, Leo, and Howdy, and that would be stupid, right? And by stupid, I mean good. Stupid good. I think I'll probably call this a video after this. You can use Mosh. It's very similar to all of these instead of Sherry, but I do just think Lex is too good, depending on your, like, with the MP. I think Lex is the way to go, because then you're not using Santa. So I think this will be the last one, because you lose a lot having to use Santa there with how many really strong multiply coaches are out there. You really don't want to use Santa, so that's why Lex is really... And yeah, 58 mil. So yeah, it's just... Sherry just is not good on him. Lex is chef's kiss. Lex is for sure the winner across the boards, and then it just depends what coaches you have. So let me know what you think in the comments. I think this is a fantastic rework. Like normal, the reworks are really nice, but this one is really good, and it's not like he's super OP, and it takes a ton of stuff to get him where, like, he can consistently turn one. You're talking moments, plates, whaley stuff, so I don't think he needs tuned or adjusted or any of the above. And he's usable in between, and certainly much better than he was. So yeah, I'm really curious what you guys think. I love these reworks, and I hope they keep doing them. So once again, I'll give flowers where they're worth being given, and flowers to Scopely for continuing to rework these. So, yeah, I like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. I need, like, the Cena trumpets, you know, that go off when he shows up, and then that, if I could make that really cool voice noise thing, I would totally do that. I'm too embarrassed to even try, because it would be so bad. But that would be a fitting end to this if I could do that, like, with my own voice, and then not get DMC'd. Yeet. Sometimes I just gotta throw a yeet in there, you know? You guys ever just sometimes feel like yeeting all over the place, to quote... Anyway, never mind.